Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, like this video. That helps me to keep making videos. I'd appreciate it majorly, blah, blah, blah. So, there's a story of an armed person being shot at a detention center in Tacoma, Washington, which is south of Seattle by about 30 miles. So it's the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma. It's a 1,575 bed facility. It's run by, and it's an ICE detention center. A man appeared with a rifle and was throwing incendiary devices, basically Molotov cocktails, at the facility and at nearby propane tanks. Officers were called there in the early morning hours of today, Saturday, at like 4 a.m. There was a peaceful protest at the facility, basically protesting this weekend's, mass raids, as they call them, that are coming, even though I think they're only deporting 2,000 people, So, and there was supposed to be another protest scheduled later today, this afternoon. That's been canceled, though, because there's lots of roadblocks set up, and the place was in lockdown for a period of time. I don't think it still is anymore. The individual was shot and killed. So 4 officers were called to the facility at 4 a.m. He had a rifle, and he was chucking Molotov cocktails at the facility, randomly, and I guess there's some propane tanks. I didn't see pictures of that near the facility too, which obviously that would not be a good thing. There was a car already, on fire when the officers, arrived, and there was a report of shots fired. That doesn't, I assume that's the one man with the rifle that shot where the shots were coming from. But, it's not really said in any of the reporting. So the 4 officers retreated, and it's also not said how many shots were fired, and then basically reapproached the man with, with defenses in place. I don't know exactly what that means, whether it's tactical gear with shields, whatever, I don't know. But they found the individual killed by at least one gunshot. So we don't know if the man shot himself or if he was shot by any of the 4 officers who were called to the scene from the Tacoma Police Department. All 4 officers have been placed on paid administrative leave while this is being investigated, but that's totally standard. That's always done in any officer-involved shooting, I guess particularly when it involves a death. The identity of the individual wasn't released, and I'm sure we'll find that out at some point. So the facility it's run by DHS. It's an ICE detention center, but it's operated by a privately run company, GEO Group. And this company's mentioned in at least one of the articles, and this kind of caught my attention. It operates the Tacoma Detention Center. When I kind of looked it up, I immediately noticed it's a publicly traded company. It's a pretty big company, even though their income is extremely small. I didn't take a great deal of time looking into its financials so far. It's got 23,000 employees, even though in 2017 it only reported an income of $36 million, which is nothing. Its market cap is $2.31 billion. I think it trades on the New York Stock Exchange under GEO. And it basically, at some point, it changed to a company that focuses on privatized detention centers, but also as a REIT, real estate investment trust. I don't know if that has to do with its facilities because of the real estate that it owns, too, at the same time. I don't know. But it's a massive company in terms of its size, 23,000 employees. That's pretty big. They're all over the United States. And they also are outside of the United States in Australia, South Africa, the United Kingdom. And it just kind of caught my attention. It made me think of this most recent bill that they passed for $4.6 billion that's going to be going towards the border crisis. And is this what we're doing? Is this what this is all about? I began to wonder, that... we have Trump is going to have mass deportations this weekend deport, and I don't care. Immigration doesn't matter to me that much. I mean, it matters deeply to a lot of people, but it doesn't to me that much. But I still think it's comical that, you know, it's worse than it's ever been. And basically, this is what Trump ran on, that he was going to fix this. It's terrible. You know, 120,000 people coming across each month, you know, or in that range, 100 to 120,000. And, you know, and that's just the ones we detained. But they're supposedly deporting 2,000. That's like half of one day. I mean, 120,000 divided by 30 is 4,000 a day. You know, and again, that's just the people that they detain. It started to make me wonder if this whole thing is all just a big scam, you know, to fool the American people into creating a crisis so that we have to allocate funds, like 4.6 billion of it, and believe me, there will be more. And it's just going to end up going to, you know, private companies that happen to benefit from this kind of crisis, like a privatized detention center, you know, company, GEO Group. I mean, I'm sure there's many others. You know, I mean, they just happen to be involved in this one. But you know, it also caught my attention that GEO Group, you know, even though the facility is in Tacoma, Washington, you know, south of Seattle, is based in you know, Florida. You know, it just kind of cracked me up. And that's the story there, man. That is the story there. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.